All right, today we're breaking down a message that isn't just a quiet suggestion. It's more like a bullhorn announcement. It's a really specific alert for a very specific group of skilled professionals, and it's promising a pretty huge opportunity. So let's just dive right in. So this is the first thing you see in our source material. I mean, talk about a hook, right? They are not messing around. It's an urgent, direct message designed to do one thing: make every pharmacy technician with a dream of moving to Australia stop in their tracks. Okay, so Australia is calling. It sounds pretty epic, doesn't it? But what are they actually saying? Let's deconstruct what this invitation is really all about. The key word here is actively. This is not just a case of pharmacy technicians being on some long, dusty list of eligible jobs somewhere. The message is that Australia is putting this profession front and center, making a real concerted push to invite people with these exact skills to come over. And here's where we get a little technical, but trust me, this is absolutely crucial. ANZSCO 311215. See, in the world of skilled migration, you're not just a pharmacy technician. You are a code. And this specific code is the official government key that unlocks this entire pathway. But it gets even better. It's not just a standard invitation. The source material is calling this a priority invitation. So what does priority really mean in this context? In the Australian migration system, the word priority is a really big deal. The source uses it to say that applications from pharmacy technicians are basically getting put in the express lane, moved right to the front of the line. And that means faster processing and, more importantly, more invitations being sent out compared to a lot of other jobs. And this really gets to the heart of the opportunity. Normally, the skilled migration point system, where you rack up points for your age, your skills, your work experience, it's like trying to climb a mountain. It is super competitive and you need a really high score. But what the source is claiming is that for this profession, right now, that mountain has gotten a whole lot smaller. And here it is. This is the magic number. The source says invitations are going out to people with point scores between 70 and 75. Now, for anyone who's looked into this system, you know that is a remarkably accessible score, way, way lower than what you often see for other high-demand jobs. It's a game changer. Okay, so we've got the what and the why. Now let's dig into the how, the actual practical steps and the official groups you need to know about according to the source. Right, so before anything else can happen, your skills have to get an official stamp of approval. And the source points directly to this organization, VTASS. Just think of them as the official gatekeeper. They're the ones who will look at your qualifications and your work history to confirm that you meet Australia's standard for a pharmacy technician. So let's just pull this all together for a second. We have the specific occupation code we talked about. There's a claim of high demand right across the country, not just in one city. The ultimate goal, the big prize, is a genuine path to permanent residency. And the key that unlocks it all is getting that positive skills assessment from VetAssess. These are the 4 pillars of this whole opportunity. Okay, but here's the catch. There's a really critical element that's woven through this entire message, and that's urgency. This is not being presented as some permanent new state of affairs. And that language is incredibly deliberate. It frames this whole situation, the priority processing, those lower point scores, as a temporary thing. The message is crystal clear. This window is not going to be open forever. And here's why. The source warns that this system runs on quotas. Once enough invitations go out and that quota is filled for the year, the points requirement is expected to shoot right back up to those super competitive levels. That easier path we just talked about, it's going to disappear. And this line from the source just drills the point home. Delay today can cost you an invitation tomorrow. It's a stark, simple warning that sitting on your hands could mean missing this chance completely. So you've heard about the opportunity. You know the process. You feel the urgent timeline. What does the source suggest you should actually do about it? And the advice here is very, very pointed. The source argues that for something this life-changing, you just can't rely on rumors or what you read in Facebook comments. It's pushing people hard toward getting a formal professional assessment of their own specific situation. And here's the action plan it lays out. It's a pretty clear 4-step checklist. First things first, check if you're even eligible. Second, calculate your exact point score. No guessing. Third, really get to know that VetAssess skills assessment process inside and out. And finally, figure out the best visa pathway for you. And we finish right where the source finishes, with a direct and pretty provocative question. It leaves the decision squarely in your court. After laying out the opportunity, the process, and the risks of waiting, the final challenge is a personal one. Are you going to act now, or are you going to watch other people get ahead?